Okay, before we get started, I just want to remind you, hit that subscribe button and never miss a video. Okay, let's get started. Okay, welcome to Vanquish Studio, and today we're going to be drawing the eye. Now, I know this looks funny, but this is my model because remember that the eye is spherical. So we need to remember that and keep that in mind when we are drawing the eye. Okay, so with that said, here is a secret to drawing eyes. Okay, first of all, whenever anybody draws eyes or practices drawing eyes, they only draw one eye. We're going to draw both eyes, the left and the right. So when you start drawing, remember that the eye is spherical. So I'm going to draw a sphere. Not a very good one. I'm just kidding. Alright, and the face is usually 5 eyes wide. So I'm going to take this width right here and then I'm going to put it right here as a measurement, and then I'm going to go right over here and I'm going to draw that sphere so that I know that it is 5 eyes wide. Now if you'll notice, one eye is lower than the other one, so let's fix it. Okay, so now I have my 2 eyes. Now I'm going to just draw my guideline right here. And I'm going to put my pupil, well actually my iris, right here in the middle. So this is the iris and this is the pupil. Iris and this is the pupil. Now currently it looks crazy, like I just scared this person, oh my goodness. What I'm going to do is remember to draw the top eyelid, but I'm going to draw it like this. And I'm going to draw the other one, so that the eyelid is going over the eye. So now that I have that guideline, I can erase this. Now there is an eye axis. There's an axis that goes through here. So you divide this up into thirds, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. This part of the eye is going to be up and come down on this other third axis. It's gonna curve down. And I'm going to erase my guideline. And I'm going to put the upper eyelid over here. And thus far we have a pretty good looking eye. Now of course you can shade this in. And don't forget the reflective qualities of the eye. There's a little bit of shadow up here. And the eye reflects light. So there is my first eye done, and the eyebrow goes right above, right up here. So you're going to make the eyebrow right about here. And then you have it coming over and down. And there's one eye. Now, what I always tell people to do whenever they're drawing their eyes, in most videos you will only see somebody draw one eye. Draw the other eye. Because what happens is, you'll get really good at drawing one, and then neglect to draw the other one, and then when you're actually sketching, it's going to look kind of like, oh my goodness. So, I'm going to try and draw this eye. In fact, I'm going to put the bridge of the nose right there. Okay. Now I'm going to draw this eye. And there you have a set of eyes. Now I highly recommend drawing both eyes. That will help you dramatically. Okay, now for women's eyes. Okay, so I'm going to draw my guideline, right, my sphere. This is where the nose goes. This is where the other eye goes. If I were to draw the rest of the face, oops, let me move that down. If I were to draw the rest of the face, I'd draw another eye here and another eye here. So the face is 5 eyes wide. That is called comparative measurement. So you're using something like the eyes to compare with the rest. So this would be 5 eyes wide if I were drawing a whole face. That is another video. Right now, we are just going to draw. I'm going to divide this. Well, first I'm going to put my pupil in. My pupil, my iris. Draw my sphere right here. My pupil, my iris. I'm going to draw this a little bit bigger. Now remember that the eye is divided up into thirds, so we got 1/3 here, 1/3 here. The top is going to go right here, and I'm going to dip it down. And this is the inner part of my eye. I'm going to come around here, put this one over like this. Do the same thing with the other side. I always recommend drawing both eyes. Make sure they're right across. This one's a little bit lower. Let me fix that. And then this again, thirds, so it's going to come down like this and then really dip on the other third part. So that's the axis of the eye. It goes right through like this, the thirds. That's how I decided how to do that. Okay, now for women's eyes. Okay, first of all, we're going to try and make these a little more shapely. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to try and do the same idea here. And I'm going to just make that a little bit more shapely. I'm going to curve this and make this a little bit more shapely. Now for eyelashes, do not go like this and put individual lashes like that. First of all, it makes it look fake. It doesn't look realistic. It's not conducive to drawing comic book eyes. So what we're going to do is instead draw a solid shape. Now you can see a little bit individual lashes peeking out, but it's mostly a solid shape around here. So we're going to do the same down here. A solid shape. Color this in. I'm going to fill this part in. Leave this reflective quality. And then for the top of the eyelid, you can just put it like this. And that is a female eye. Now of course we got to make the eyebrows come straight up. Draw the eyebrow. I'm going to taper it, and there we have a female eye. And then of course I always recommend drawing the other side so that you get practice drawing left and right. Because usually right-handed people draw the right eye really well and left-handed people draw the left eye really well, but they don't draw both of them together, and that's what we need. So let me... For women's faces, you usually don't put the brow, although sometimes you can. You can just put a little hint of one. But that is how you draw eyes. Let me zoom in a little bit here. That is how you draw some really convincing eyes for a comic book. Okay, I hope you found that video helpful, and if you could, please leave something below in the comment section. Don't forget to like it, and let me know if you like these videos and if they help you. Leave a comment. All right, see you next Friday.